Noile Virtual Academy, here we are moving on. Labor Day is behind us, right? Let's talk about Unit 1.06 Algebra 1, and like you guys remember, this is going to be your proficiency exam for this year. Graduating this class will guarantee a readiness to graduate high school, right? Good. Problem number 4. Write an algebraic expression for the verbal expression, the sum of A and B. Okay? Well, do you guys remember from the class and from your lesson, the sum stands for what? For plus, for addition. Addition of what? A and B. All you need to do is write A, and instead of and, you're gonna have plus B. And this is the answer, my friends. The answer is A plus B. That was easy. Let's check the next one. Write verbal expression for the algebraic expression x plus 4. X plus 4. Well, you remember that we're using variables for a number, right? A quantity, somebody's age. Plus, now let's think about words to substitute that plus. We just did a problem previously, right? We can have some, we can have more, right? You can have increased, and many other words. Let's use increased, right? So I have x, a number, increased by what? By 4. You got it. By 4. And here we are. We solved another problem. A number increased by 4. Now, you may have a different answer. You may say the sum of a number and 4. 4 more than a number. And many other ways. So remember, in this case, I'm contradicting myself when I said in math there is one correct answer and many ways to get there. In this case, there are more than just one correct answer. Well, no wonder this is an algebraic expression, right? It's not an answer. Write the expression using exponents. Write the expression using exponents. Well, first of all, 7, nothing changes. It's the only 7 I have. But now A, how many A's I have? I have 2 A's, right? That tells me that for A, I'm going to write A to what power? Well, how many times is A showing? 1, 2 times. A squared, right? A to the second power. Checking on B's. B's, I have 3 of them. So that would be B to what power? Well, how many times is that B showing? 1, 2, 3. B to the third power. And here you are. You just solved another problem because you are good, or because who's your math teacher, right? Well, whichever is the best answer for you, go for it, but you solved it. Number 8, evaluate the expression if A equals 5 and B equals 8 and C equals 0.5. A squared BC. Well, A squared times B times C. That's what pretty much is this telling you, right? Now we also know that A squared, remember from the previous problem, is A times A. Okay? One at a time, you were going with substitution, retribution, substitution. A is substituted by 5. Well, that means wherever you have A, you're going to write that 5. Right? So I have 5 instead of my A, but don't forget it has to be squared. Good. Next one. Wherever you see B in your expression, you will plug in 8. Good. B times B times 8. If you want, I'm going to put this parenthesis, like I said, for no other need than just to show you that, that's a substitution of my b. Okay, let's find a few more colors here to play with. Alright, and now for C, I'm gonna use 0.5. Can anybody tell me how can I write 0.5 as a fraction? If I want to do that, how is that going to be? Well, 0.5 is nothing else but, you got it, 1/2, right? So instead of 0.5, I'm gonna write 1/2. And here we are, times C, right? Well, I forgot to use that to show you that I mean C, this one, and 0.5, right? Or 1/2. Can I do it that way? Sure I can. It's the same number. Equals. What I said, what I keep reminding you guys in class, because you have different operations. Why don't you please write the order of operations? PEMDAS. Do we have parentheses? Well, we have, but like I said, they're just for you to understand how the substitution was performed here. So I have no parentheses. Do I have exponents? Yes, I have. That 5 squared is 5 times 5, right? This is the rule. A number squared will be a number multiplied by itself, and that's 25. Times 8 times 1/2. Now, obviously the next one is going to be multiplication, but we know that multiplication is commutative, so I can switch places. I can multiply in whichever order I want, and I'm doing this because I would like to multiply 8 times 1/2 first. 8 times 1/2. If you don't see the cross cancellation right away, you will say, well, it will be 8 times the top, which will be 8 times 1, 8, divided by 2, and that's 4, right? Many of you could have done it here and saying that, hey, 2 goes in 8 4 times, 2 goes in 2 once, and here we are. The only thing left for me would be to multiply 25 times 4, and that is 100. 100% right. You guys got it right. And my computer here is kind of slow. Okay, highlight for you because we like it pretty. Any questions? Send me a KML. Great, so let's try another one. Problem number 9. Solve the equation. Well, basically, solving this equation means to work on the right side, right? Because you have a variable and that equals something. Your variable is isolated on the left. You only need to find what is the value of the right side. Operations, PEMDAS. Okay, parentheses, none. Exponents, yes sir. 2 to the power of 3. 2 to the power of 3 equals 2. 2. 2. You guys see that? I'm writing 2 3 times, right? And I'm multiplying each one, right? So 2 times 2 times 2 is going to be 8. So that 2 cubed, 2 to the 3rd power, that's 8. And everything else stays the same. Thank you very much. That's minus, right? So let's not make a mistake. 13 minus. Do I have multiplication? Yes, I have. 3 times 8. Big mistake if you take 3 away from 13 first. 3 times 8, 24. And I have 13 minus 24. That equals what? When you subtract integers, the rule says change both signs of the second number, right? So I'm going to change this one into a plus and positive 24 into a negative 24. What I'm doing actually is adding the opposite of 24. Now, another rule. Another rule again, Mr. N, you're just not so nice. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to help you, right? 13 plus negative 24. You have different signs. The rule says subtract the smallest absolute value number from the largest one. The largest one in absolute value is 24. Smallest one, 13. Subtract one from the other. Bottom from the top. I like to stack them up like that. 3 out of 4 is 1. You always go right to left. 1 out of 2 is going to be 1. The answer is 11. However, you should keep the sign of the largest number in absolute value, which is negative. Okay? And that's why the answer here will be negative 11. Thank you very much. That was easy. Easy, and my tablet doesn't want to help us, right? So the answer to this problem that is asking you what is m, you're going to say m is negative 11. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you find a mistake, remember, extra credit. Alright, simplify. X plus 3x. Okay, I got x plus 3 of x's. 3 other x's, right? How many x's I will get? 4 x's. Well, that was a tough one. Sorry. You know, you will have some hard questions too down the way, but you're gonna be fine. Simplify. 3 times parentheses a plus 1 plus 2a. Now what should we do here? Do you guys remember the distributive property? Distributive property, distribution is not the same as retribution. Distribution when you give, retribution when they give you back. But don't worry about it, there is no retribution in math unless if you think about your final grade, right? Or your grades, because that will be your retribution. But here, distribution means you take the number that's outside the parentheses and you multiply it to every number inside the parentheses. To the first one, to the second one. This gives you 3 times a, 3a. What is the operation inside? Plus 3 times 1, that would be 3 plus 2a. Are you done? Better say no. Better say no, because you are not done. You still have to look for like terms. 3 apples plus 2 apples makes an iPhone 5, somebody would say, but that would be wrong in math. 3 apples plus 2 apples makes 5 apples plus 3. You cannot combine your apples with that 3 because they're not alike. You cannot eat number 3, but you can eat the apples if you want. You're not allergic to. I didn't hear about too many people being allergic to apples here. You should be fine. And one more. Write an equation. Twice x increased by the cube of y equals z. This sounds like a code thing, right? Maybe it's the key for happiness. Who knows? Twice x. Twice x. How can we write that? Well, twice stands for what? 2 times, right? 2x. Increased by. Increased. When we talk about increased, we said more. We say adding something to it, right? And the operation would be plus. By what? The cube of what? Of y. Cube. Y to what power? Let's think about cube, guys. If you have a cube, it may be smiling at you, maybe even winking at you, and let's make a nice cute little nose there. It may have some, you know, fangs there, maybe because this is a vampire, you know, get blood, or I don't know, some soda. But anyway, cube, how many sides do you have? What are the dimensions of a cube, right? Think about 3D TV, right? Cube, you got 3 dimensions. You got width, length, and height, right? So that's why when you say the cube of y, you will say y to the 3rd power. Equals, well, that's an easy one, because for equals I have the equal sign. Equals what? Z. And this way you're having it, right? 2x plus y cubed equals z. Are you done? Well, write an equation. I'm done. This is my equation. Thank you so much. Give me another problem because I'm energized. Spot any mistakes, let me know. Very good. Evaluate 6 minus 4 in parentheses plus 8 divided by 4 minus 2 in parentheses plus 1. What should we do? Should we yabba dabba do, right? Scooby-Doo was not the one who was doing the yabba dabba do, was the what? Flintstones, right? Okay, PEMDAS. Right, parentheses, thank you very much. We have two parentheses. 6 minus 4 is gonna be 2. 4 minus 2 is gonna be 2. Thank you very much. Do we have exponents? No, right? What else do we have? Well, let's rewrite the expression the way it looks right now. I have 2 divided by 2 plus 8 divided by 2 plus 1. It looks so pretty now. Multiplication, none, no. Division, yes indeed, I have 2 of them, one at a time. 2 divided by 2 is actually what? 1, uno. Plus 8 divided by 2 is going to be 4 plus 1. What is next? Well, add, right? You can add in whichever order you want because you are pretty well done here. 1 plus 4 plus 1 is going to be 5 plus 1 is 6. And that was an easy one, ladies and gentlemen. Why was it so easy? Why was that easy? Because we followed the algorithm. That's the magic algorithm, PEMDAS. Okay, one more. 5 times 5 times 5. We already did a similar problem. That means 5 to how many 5s I have? 1, 2, 3. 5 to the third power. 5 cubed. That was easy. Easy. One more. Evaluate 2x cubed plus y squared for x equals 3 and y equals 2. Well, no problem. No problemo, right? X is 3. And let's use a different color for my y because that y will be substituted by 2. Your expression becomes 2 times x cubed, x to the third power plus y squared 2 to the second power. PEMDAS. PEMDAS. PEMDAS, PEMDAS, PEMDAS. Parenthesis, well, there's one, not necessary. We just put it there to understand how we did the substitution, but I had exponents. Exponent 3 cubed is actually what? 3 cubed equals 3 times 3 times 3, and that is what? 3 times 3, 9 times 3, right? It's going to be 27. 2 times 27 plus, what is 2 squared? Well, that is 4, ladies and gentlemen. Good. Done with exponents. Do you have multiplication? Yes, indeed. There's plenty of it. Well, there's only one. 2 times 27. How to multiply that? 2 times 27. Write them up like that, and you have 2 times 7. That's 14, right? Make sure you carry 1 over. 2 times 2 is 4, plus that 1, right? It's going to be 5. 54. That will be 54 plus 4. Don't forget about that 4. And the answer that will make you happy will be, hopefully I can write. My tablet is kind of lagging slow. Not nice. Okay, will be 58. This is the answer, my friends. The answer is going to make you happy. The answer will make everybody happy. And hopefully I can highlight this. Good. And that's about it. We are done. If you have any questions, send me a email. Okay? Muchas gracias, guys.